Very good morning, everyone, and welcome to this training program on Foundation Digital Literacy course. I welcome once again to each and every stakeholders for joining in. And today we are starting our week fourth, and the day one, the week four complete. The main intention of this week is to preparing for the future and search, design, communication, project thinking, career readiness with final project. So this week four is basically whatever we have understood so far in the last 3 weeks. We are applying our knowledge to make it more practical, to make it more understandable that how digital skills are going to shaping the country future. So we are not going to only think in one narrow lines. We have to think like a maker. We have to think like a dreamer, and we would design a multiple solution. So today in the session, you will understand that what is the complete objective of the session. Our first day topic is all about uh, the real world application of digital skills, right? So where I can just explain you a few more thing here. So far in the digital literacy course, we have gone through week one, week two, and week three chapter. And there is still a myth about digital skilling and digital literacy that it is only about online software, but that is not completely true. And so, this myth, to explain it, maybe I can just show you one very short information. Week one, we discussed about how this technical skills we can use it, cyber security, hardware, software. Week two, we discussed about how digital citizenship and social media privacy management can work. Week three, we have gone into advanced topic like IT, data science, coding, and artificial intelligence. And this is week four where we are trying to understand that okay, these are the foundation program of digital literacy, uh, but it is giving us some kind of advantage in terms of what is hardware, what is software, what is online security, and it is also helping us in growing our it is actually beyond the software learning. It is helping us in also critically thinking. That means every topic which we try to connect to the real world, we have to think about some solution. We have to think about the communication. We have to think about the information and media literacy. So these are the areas which is involved into it, and most important, it enhances our technical skills and day-to-day life. Whatever is happening in the world, it helps us in thriving to the new world. It helps us in understanding what is the real world application all about. So digital literacy is not only about just understanding about some software. As I told you, it is a concept which help us in facing any kind of challenges which comes in the day-to-day life, and also in the same time it is helping us preparing for the future. Now I'll just give you example because it's not only about the software, but let us understand with example with the fact that okay, as I was explaining in the day one chapter, it is in every sector. I told you the sectors like banking sector, right, which showed how it is transformed, telecom sector how it is transformed, automobile sectors, right. These all seeing things, we all are seeing it, but there are sectors which is very highly potential to develop, and this sector is which we understand here where we can apply the skill. I'll just give you one small case study on agriculture sector. Okay, people are not thinking more about this sector, that how digital skills can enhance the productivity here also, because for many generation we are able to see that Indian farmers, if I explain you this analysis, right, understand this. From many generation, Indian farmers relied on monsoon. They have the they have relied on monsoon. They have relied on wisdom. They rely on the sheer hard work to grow food for almost like 1.4 billion population of country, right? But for but it is a really tough. I think if we all go into their shoes and think about, it is really tough because everything is unpredictable. Okay, one season of drought, one season of rain, a pest outbreak can turn their hard work into the financial disaster. We are always getting into the news. Whenever you open the news and when you're watching the news about the agriculture, you'll come to know that because of the drought condition, because of the heavy monsoon, or because of the pest um, that attack, these crops are going into the vulnerable stages, right? And that is giving a lot of losses to our farmers. Okay, and this situation gives rise of some kind of important questions, because crop growing is not a small thing. It is the fostering process. It takes time, right? And when we think about from the parents point, from the farmers point, the question comes on our mind, like, what if farmers are not left to a guesswork anymore? Okay, maybe the monsoon will come this year, we will get the crop. What if technology could predict rainfall, optimize water use, and even detect crop disease before they spread? If this is a solution, uh, we as a digital skill owner, if we understand and we try to support our farming community, that isn't, you think that it is a great idea, right? Because 1.4 billion population depend on them, okay, because of their farming thing, right? So I'll just try to explain you on one more thing, that by 2025 the experts has predicted also one thing, the inclusion of technology in the agriculture, that whether it's a AI or it is IoTs, it is going to boost the productivity by 30%. Okay, and reduce the water usage, which is heavy irrigations we do it, heavy pest we control we do it. It can reduce to 40%, and um, then post harvest losses by 25% by Niti Aayog, the data has come up, can reduce. So, right. So, what is the solution? Definitely. Uh, People have thought about these things, expert has thought about these things, and they have opened up the new opportunities like agriculture tech, agri tech we call it as, like how in financial sector the fintech companies are boosting up. That's a for financial things. Educational sector, edtech companies are boosting up. Likewise in agriculture sector, edtech companies are boosting up. They come up with the new ideas with some basic fundamentals. I'll just show you a few things. When you get into this news, like AI and IoTs are the game changers and reshaping Indian agriculture in 2025. Okay, um, definitely in the recent years, farmers of India, especially in the Maharashtra and Karnataka, the farmers have started utilizing AI and IoTs with the help of, no doubt, independently it is really difficult. The challenges are there. With the help of agri-tech companies, this process has been started. Now, what they did is basically they have the sensors, right? And these sensors helps in monitoring. Remember this, they helps in monitoring the soil moistures. It helps in monitoring the temperature of the soil and nutrient level, which is part of the soil. And especially when this part of things are happening, it triggers a alert for the farmers in extreme weather condition, and allowing them to do some kind of take a proactive measures in terms of solving the issues. Okay, so this is not only example of using the IoTs and AI in this field. How it has been done, I'll explain you. Even in the urban sectors are also trying to use the hydroponics farming method, and it is also called as soilless, because the way the India is growing with the population, it is very high in number. Agriculture lands people use for the constructing of the houses, and a lot of things are happening. And because of that reason, the soil and all those things has got some problems, right? Then what has happened again in the urban sector? The ideas has come. This I have seen last in 2000. uh, 14, 15, when I have went to the Microsoft office, I've seen that in one of the place they have soilless agriculture process happening. That means soils are not used. They understand one thing. Okay, in the soil, normally in the soil, what are the elements which is available? For example, it is the phosphorus, it is zinc, it is iron, it is calcium, it is potassium, it is sulfate. These are the basic elements which grows the plant, right? So scientists have analyzed that. They put a liquid through a pipe, and in that liquid they supply all these nutrients which is essential for the plants with some temperature. That means how much temperature a plant requires to grow. When they analyze all those things, they put it in a normal house, in a normal balcony, in the normal rooftop. These farmings are right now trending, and this is called as a hydroponics plants way of farming. And the problem of like adding lot of, we are putting lot of extra uh, chemicals on the plants, right? But in this case it is not happening. No, though no doubt it is little costly process initially, but it is right now solving a lot of problems. It was there in multiple part of the country, other part of the countries, but now in India it has started in the urban cities. Okay, I'll just show you few examples for that. So this you can see this image which shows you that how in this farming tomorrow the AI and IoTs can help us in lot of decision making process. So how it is happening is there is a sensors which is planted in the farming locations. Okay, like this you can see it, and every sensors are connected because what is sensor? Sensor, you have seen it in some of the shopping mall. When you have gone to the shopping mall, you have seen it. When you walk in, automatically the doors are gets open, right? When you wanted to walk on the like accelerators, automatically it starts running. In the airports, in the railway stations, you have seen that kind of instead of the staircases, now you have got the new solutions, right? And this is happening with the help of the sensors. Okay, now sensors are not a big thing to have it. It is already designed items which can be embedded in the machine. It just takes the input and it provides the input to the next process, to the data warehousing, to process it and give us some kind of decision. And hence, with sensor, if machine learning takes place, if AI in the picture, it can do a amazing job. Okay, so understand this. This is what is happening in the agriculture segment. Let me just show you some more analysis. This is what I was telling you about in the visit to Microsoft Office. I've seen this, and it is common now in most of the places. This kind of farming is happening in the big scale. Okay, this is the hydroponics farming. It is soilless. Without soil, nobody would have imagined that. Okay, how the plant can grow, but scientists have found out the way how it could be done. And ultimately, when I have seen, I have just taken out some images to show that hydroponic system how it has been done, just with a small pipe. Okay, just with a small pipe with the right room temperature, they supply all the nutrients and they put a small holes on the pipe, and then plant gets grown. Okay, it is the, like latest techniques which is used in the many places, especially in the field of in households and things. And IoTs are also one system which is now Indian government is also putting a lot of process so that it can provide a lot of help to the farmers. Okay, so in the farms, when you have got this sensors and IoT device, today farmers can check sitting in the home can check it out. Okay, whether their plants requires water, whether their plants requires some kind of nutrients which is missing in the plants, and how this is all possible is because of sensors. Okay, now sensors. If we are not very much clear about what is sensor, understand this definition. Okay, what is sensor? So sensor is a device that detects and respond to some type of input from the physical environment. The specific input could be light, right? Could be light. Example, when you go to the Any in the mall, shopping mall, when you walk in, automatically the gates gets open. In the airports, when you walk in, after security, the gates gets open. How it is happening? Because it emits the light and it reflects back. If any person is in the collision of that light, the light reflects back and give an input to the sensor, informing that somebody has is in the way, and then immediately the input has gone to the machine and the door gets open for you, right? So it is not only in the form of a light, it is also in the form of heat. It works in the form of motions. Now in the mobile phones, small sensors are there. So with the help of our hand gestures, we are able to do a lot of things, right? So the motion sensor is there, moisture sensors are there, pressure sensors are there, and one of the great number of other environmental phenomena. Output is generally a signal that converted into human readable display at the sensor, and it is basically nowadays mostly the sensors are used for designing a lot of AI devices. Okay, now I'm just showing an example of sensors. These sensors are available online. The different types of sensors are available online, which we can purchase it for doing any of the school projects also, right? These sensors are available. So for example, these are images which you can see it. Okay, I'll just show you that one. Yeah, see this kind of small sensors are there, which is uh, someone would have developed it and designed it. It's sold on the online e-commerce platforms. And example, this is the soil moisture temperature sensor, which is fit in the ground level, and it detects the soil moisture. So there is a lot of videos which is available. When you go and watch it, you'll come to know soil temperature sensor. Okay, uh, then pH sensor, and these are some example of the sensor. Nowadays, it is installed in all these farming locations, so that it is installed like this, and in the app you'll come to know that how much temperature is required, because as per the set parameter what is required for your plants. In most of the Indian farming location, you will find out now they are putting this kind of sensors, which is helping them in checking also about the what is the pest is coming in the plate or not, or if any kind of temperature issues are there or not. So sensors are really helping us by infusing with the technology. And sensor is not only the thing which is used in the agriculture sector. It is widely used in multiple places. So some examples, when you see this color sensor, touch sensor, these are the small microchips are there, semiconductor devices, and it is designed especially for doing or analyzing some kind of sensing elements, right? So rain sensors are there. Okay, sound sensors are there. So it just sends the outside environmental things and give the input to the machine, and machine is designed to do some kind of decisions, and based on that you get the output. So these are the sensors which is there. Ultimately how it helps in the AI is like this. Now example, this is the example, like let's say some kind of in the agriculture farm, the sensors are installed in the soil. What happens when a sensor detects, the nature of the sensor is to detect and change this state as per the environment. Like say something is for the moisture. If moisture sensor is there in the agriculture, it collects the data in going to the data collection stage. Then data has been transmitted, data is stored, right? And data has been processed. Like I told you about the data science engineers jobs. So data has been processed. After that, the machine learning models with the algorithm of DSA, it calculates everything, and AI is detecting a disease. Okay, now let's power some water. Small projects in the home, I have seen that many students in the past also they have done it. So example, they put a small pot, they plant a small plant there, and they keep this kind of sensor of, let's say, um, moisture level check sensor. They keep it there, and they connect the sensor to the water tube. Ultimately what is happening, if the water level is low, it detects, it gives the input. Okay, now water supply can be given to this level, and then water supply can be given to these machines. So ideally what I was trying to explain you in this analysis, this kind of information, is there is a multiple types of sensor which is today it is used, and government of India is also putting a lot of initiatives, programs like National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture, which is short form like NMSA, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchal Yojana, and they all use the modern technologies like this in the farming today. Okay. Now, without, do you think that without having a digital skills, anybody can use this kind of things? Definitely not, because they should understand how these things are working, and ultimately, when they should know about how to go to the internet also to search about something, some information, search about some video. They should go to the searching skill on the internet and find out something. If they wanted some to get in touch with some kind of agri-tech companies, they can get in touch with them, and agri-tech companies can help, government can help them in doing it. Okay, so that is the main thing which is happening here. Now, explanation, like why I have explained you this example, there is a very important reason behind that. Okay, we were trying to understand that real world application of digital skills. We have seen that it is already in the very initial stage in the farming it is happening, but it can save lot of water, it can save a lot of prediction for the farmers, and even in the urban areas like hydroponics and other things which is coming into picture, lot can change in the green revolution segment. Okay, so what we conclude with this study, the myth of digital literacy, which we only about the software, should not be there. We can provide the solution, think about the solution, and yes, with the help of hardware and software combination, we can give some solution. We understand one thing, that digital transformation is tomorrow's need, and it is also a roadmap for Indian development. Why is given this statement? The important reason is I have explained you in one of my session the the three types of revolution which was taking place. One was your white revolution, one was the green revolution after independence, right, when agriculture was promoted, and third was the IT revolution when I was explaining the IT topics, right? Now, in the IT revolution, India is mostly shifted towards IT service segment. Okay, IT service segment. As I told you, there are two type of company I told in the past also: product based company, and you have got service based company. So India was more inclined towards the service based companies, and due to that, no doubt the Indian economy has been largely impacted. It is helping the boosting the GDP of the country, but at the same time we were not focusing on manufacturing industries. Okay, for example, I showed you that example, the previous example, and I told you, okay, you can purchase this census from the online place and use it, but have you ever think that who can develop this kind of census, from where it is coming from? Okay, so ideally India, because of certain reason, because of the high capital expenditure, because of multiple factor, India earlier was not able to set up their manufacturing plan. So that's the reason the India is not called as a exporting nation, because what was happening, the main thing in India was they were doing the service sector more and manufacturing less. That's the reason the contribution towards our GDP was like 54% towards the service sector, and almost like 18% it is from the manufacturing segment. So a lot of manufacturings we are not, a lot of innovation thinking which is coming in our mind was not coming. But right now I can see the shift, which is India is already taking a new gear in terms of transformation, and India is trying to become a exporting nation. So ideally, we are not here to think about the digital skills is only helping us in getting the jobs or the solution for our future of IT segments, but it is more than that. It is more than that, how we can apply the digital skills in the multiple areas to create some solution. We can become a job creator rather than the job seeker. That's the main intention, right? So idea is, like, you can see that now in India slowly the company Apple is coming up and giving the jobs to the people and making the people more skilled for the now recently the iPhone 14, they have put in India, they have put the plant where the glass can be manufactured. After this kind of problem which is happening in the US and China, most of the industries are trying to set up uh, their manufacturing plant here, but it is not very easy because the skilled labor is required. People of India is not right now more skilled in terms of what is the future requirement, right? And Tesla is also planning to put the plant semiconductor. That means I showed you that small chips. It is it is hardly in India in one or two locations. One in Mohali it is there, and one more location slowly it is setting up. But large scale import is happening from China, right? Almost when you look in your own classroom, when you see your fans today, you can see anything. Maximum things are in India, we are importing. So where is our minds where we can't develop this kind of things, this kind of, I showed the example of agriculture sector. Today India is exporting this kind of small sensors and trying to put it. But what if the things can be made in India? We can think about such challenges and design some solution, right? Apply our digital skills somewhere, because digital skills is important. And ultimately, when you have seen that, recently I was going through today morning itself, I'm going through the news recently what is happening the uh, India Pakistan in the border. I've just taken one small quickly, I've taken this just before the session, one screenshot and showing you that that L70 system has been modified. It is made in India and it is working a very good thing to retaliate against this um, all the enemies things which is coming up to the country, and it is doing a very good defense system. We have not used till now the very heavy equipments. The like Indian modified L70 is being used, and we all are very proud to say that this is what is happening. Why it has happened? Because India has developed it. Lot of missiles, more lot of things which is right now in the Indian things. The scientists are developing it, and we are so happy and so proud for that, right? But many things we were earlier also we were importing, right? So all thanks to our APJ Abdul Kalam, who has gone and who has set up this all um, installations of uh, designing of these devices, which is helping us today. The ideas behind the entire thing. So ideally, I'm not talking about right now. You can start thinking about designing the missiles and all those things. But yes, start with designing, thinking about how we can think about or find about the small issues also nearby and find out a solution of that. For example, the simple example is this pomegranate peeler, right? So these are the small machines which is exported. Okay, normally we try to open the pomegranate. It's a little difficult process, right? Always we have to open it the pomegranate. But people who wanted to think, for some people who require this as a solution for their homes, people who are thinking, they try to find out the method of designing such prototype and the machine which can help the people. So it is like made in India, made in their own innovation. They have done the research, they have found out, they have contacted people, all in the digital media, everything is available, and they accumulated everything and designed some kind of solution. Hence, always the question is coming up that with the right digital skills, we can really solve real world problems. So start from today. Start from today. Think about a small problems which is there. For example, when you watch in your classrooms, if your classroom has got a fan, okay, somebody would have thought about it. Okay, the fan is there. Nowadays, the fan has converted into AI driven fans. Before AI driven fans, it has come into the machine learning fans. It has come into uh, the remote control fans. So people has thought, okay, who will go and switch on the things? Maybe in the future, in the homes, people require a voice enabled fans. So today, in many places, the fans has been changed. Somebody has innovated the ideas, Okay, it could be Indian idea, it could be out like exported idea, right? Anything. You have to go and analyze that part, how it is happening. So the fans which is there in our house today, some of the fans is the remote control. Some fans, when you walk in the home, automatically it starts running. Okay, this is the thing which is coming up. If you see in your classroom, the air condition, the AC itself, when until somebody is turning on, it is not turning on. The lights, until somebody is going to turn on, it is turning on. But the solutions are coming in such a way, people are thinking a lot today, and smart IoT based lights, ACs are in the market today. Okay, already in the market today. That means if in the classroom you are feeling little cold, the AC temperature will will increase automatically. If the brightness in the classroom, the light is not there more, automatically it will be sensed and it will increase the light in the classroom. So I'm just trying to tell you that these all is the game of the mindset. The more we can think about such things and we apply our mind in right way. That means, okay, I know, I have learned the digital skilling part, I am having internet, I am having a device, I am having the mobile phone. Now I should utilize this device for some productivity, not just going and researching on or wasting our energy on that. So because we wanted to see the India as a superpower, right? For that, the you as a superpower of the super youth of the country, we all have to together think about the solution and try to think about how it can be done, right? So today in the activity, what I really wanted you to do it, think about three problems which you see every day. Okay, think about the three problems which you see every day, which you think that okay, it could be done in this way, maybe imaginary method only. Okay, for example, whether you see that somebody who is carrying the water, okay, the water supply which is coming from the tank to house, uh, anything you can think about, right? Um, what we can do, waiting in the lines. I've been to one college in Bangalore for some visit, and in that college, the students of final year has been given a project. Uh, Project was given by their principal only, the dean. What was the project was given? The dean was thinking that many parents or many people who are coming in, sitting in the outside the school, outside the principal cabin, the principal is not aware that how many people are sitting. Okay, and how's their anger, how's their facial expression, and all those things. So they have given the project to their students to think about to create a sensor which can detect this all things and gives me the count how many people are waiting. So that design, the students were made it in the initial stage. They found out the solution that how many people walks in the reception area. It gives always the count in front of the principal's room, that in the display that how many people are waiting in the lobby, right? So I'm just trying to give you a idea that how much things we can do it. It is not only about going into the thinking process of sensor today because we discussed today, but overall everything. So think about three problems which you see and one idea which you can fix it. No doubt tomorrow when you have devices in the hand, technology in the hand, you will do wonders. Think about such ideas, right? Okay. Now I'll tell you a few things. Example that tomorrow, when these things are coming in your hand, for example, you are having Microsoft Education licenses, the software, the laptop you are getting in your hand. You were getting the software in the hand. So, for example, when we use the Microsoft 365 application, okay, no doubt, digital literacy skills are going to enhance a lot because you will use some of the amazing presentation software through which you can share your ideas to the world. Okay, so it is not like okay, we are talking about Microsoft, so Microsoft is a thing, but it is the platform which helps you in enabling such kind of benefits, right? So you can design some presentation to showcase your ideas. You can uh, collaborate with the people with the help of Microsoft Teams tomorrow. Whenever you wanted to have a meetings with the people, you can do that, right? So it is thinking, it is taking you to the different world altogether, where you can foster this all communication skills. Minecraft for education is given to you, where you have got your own world, where you can create like the design. You can solve the problems. It helps you out in a lot of critical thinking process, the gamified learning. If that is happening, uh, directly or indirectly, your critical thinking and problem solving skills are enhancing with this kind of game based learning. And it is subject based. The best part is subject based, and this is helping you in doing a Microsoft Copilot. It's an AI tool. No doubt tomorrow you want it for every research which you think about the sensor, about the coding, about the software, hardware, anything you want to think about. You wanted to ask everything with your own chatbot, with your own generative AI platform, and that will be given to you by Microsoft Copilot. It will be like your friend, which you can ask anything, and knowledge is on your fingertip, right? So AI can be used responsibly then. Today, many of us using AI. Sometimes students, I have seen that many students are using AI for like during the exam time, they try to copy the answer. What we will get out of it? Maybe the marks. But think about the broader perspective, that how AI can help as a student like you, who can make it as a friend until their career they can reach it, the career goal. Okay, we'll explain you some of the platform in our upcoming sessions, that in the career opportunities also how AI platform is helping you. Okay, in self-directing you the path. Okay, you can do this course, this course, this course. You can connect your goal or activity or your dream through this kind of career path. Make code for the students, which we will be making it you to use it, where you will also purchase a kind of a small chip. And when you do any kind of programming on make code, simple programming that converts into reality, that we can make it done with the help of make code. So Microsoft education tools are somewhere, I can tell you, make you ready 30 to 40%, which can help you out in the academics. Plus these all tools help you out in getting yourself future ready, right? So with that, students, I hope we have got the insight about the topic of today, that real world application of digital skills, that with some case study examples, that how even in the agriculture sectors this digital revolution is taking place. People who knows the digital technology can help from farmer, and then farmer can be trained to use such technology just for the future of the crop productions, right? uh, then we have understood about how this different segments, how we can think about shifting the gear from the service sector to the manufacturing sector. For that, innovation of idea is important, and right technology, right device is important. Our next topic is creating a digital portfolio, which we can connect tomorrow. For this, thank you so much once again for joining this session. I hope this session has given you some different footprints in your mind about what is the next step which we all should think about. Thank you.